200 acres at the
All right.
city gateway to Benson.
This is where we all
This is
live.
public comment.
If you don't live in the city limits, doesn't mean you're not affected by the city's actions and what goes on in the surrounding communities. Everyone is for jobs in our community. Nobody's against them. But most people commute and others do what they can locally. Just because there's 90 jobs that are gonna be created, that doesn't mean that the locals are gonna be qualified to hold those jobs. So therefore, they're gonna be brought in, people are gonna be brought in from the outside area, or they're gonna be contracted out by the company. The biggest issue here is the water, with ADI trying to come in. The city of Benson in 2024 used 559 acre feet of water. For those of you who don't know, that's 325,851 gallons. That's enough water to cover 1 acre of ground, 43,560 cubic feet, 1 foot deep. According to an ADI employee, the cooling tower holds 80,000 gallons, 2% evaporation rate. Cooling tower is the least effective way to cool anything. That math comes out to 2,580 acre feet of water a year. That is 4.6 times what the city of Benson used in 2024. It's also been reported by ADI that they claim to use 300 gallons a minute, with 150 of that going back to the wastewater treatment plant in Benson. That's a continuous use of 150 gallons a minute. At that number, you're still talking about a usage of 242 acre feet of water. That's roughly 43% of what the city uses on an annual basis. That leads me to a series of questions that I believe everybody in this room deserves answers to. How much water does ADI actually intend to use? Where will the refused water go, and will it be free of contaminants? Who wrote the community development news piece in your packet on page 149, dated July 14th, 2025, and it's also posted on the city's website? Usually pieces have an author or originator, that one does not. What would cause the city to say no and stop the ADI project? How much money has been invested by the city to assist this ADI project? How much money is the city planning to spend to support the ADI project on an ongoing basis? Are there any waivers or incentives offered or provided for the ADI project? Exactly what permissions have been granted by the city to whom and when pertaining to ADI? And how much did the city pay for contract services to recommend this project? Who proposed and supported the ADI venture? Where did the ADI idea come from? Is our fire department properly equipped and staffed to respond to an emergency of a facility such as this? And the conditional use permit to ADI was recommended on 3 conditions: traffic study, emergency response plan, and water conservation. Has the city received an update on any of these conditions? I want to let the record show that I'll pass out these questions to the council members, and the members of this community deserve some answers. Ultimately, the decision affects us all: politicians, members of the city, and members of the community alike.